What does it take to become an HTML email developer? Okay, what does it take? Okay, so that's what we're gonna go over, right? So currently right now, this is a real job, this is a real company that's hiring for email developers. Right now they're offering anything from $54,000 to $90,000. Okay, that's just where you're starting, and that's just where the maximum could go. Okay, depends on how you sell yourself, how your portfolio is. You could get that 90. Okay, how much experience you have, you could get that 90. Okay, but most likely for anybody who's a junior developer, right, most likely you're gonna get anything from 60 to 75. Okay, so let's continue with this. So we're gonna go over this list, right, so we can really explain to you guys everything that you need to become an HTML email developer. Now, by the way, guys, I want you guys to leave a comment and let me know below, how many of these things do you feel like you already have, under your wing, where you could say, you know what, I could actually do this job, I could apply for this job. Okay, so let me know below how many of you guys feel like you can get this job, or how many of the skills that's mentioned in here do you feel like you already have. Okay, so we're gonna start with this. And by the way, we do have a link below on the description and on the comment section for the HTML email developer career bundle. Okay, pretty much everything that I'm talking about here that you need, I go over that in the career bundle, and I show you how to get jobs, and I show you the freelancer guide, how to actually start making money on the side as a HTML email developer. Okay, so it's actually a pretty goddamn good deal. Okay. All right, so anyways, man, and at the same time, you got 50% off until August 1st. After that, it is what it is. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so number one, responsible for designing, developing, and implementing HTML email and website content. Okay, so pretty much for those of you guys that get scared as soon as you see design, y'all think you guys are gonna be designing emails, you're gonna be designing websites. Guys, you're not gonna be doing that. Okay, you're getting hired as a email web developer. There's a designer, there's a designing team. Okay, what they mean by this is, like, let's say for example you get a PSD, right, and somebody comes in and says, you know what, we want to change the image, could you change it, could we see how that looks? You know how to change the images because I taught you that. I showed you how to do it with Photoshop, I showed you how to do it with Sketch, I showed you everything already in the career bundle. Okay, now developing and implementing HTML email and website content. This means right here that you're going to be building HTML emails. Okay, now there might be also times where you might have to build a landing page, or you might have to change a current page that they already have, and they say, hey man, you know what, this was the July 4th sale from 2018, could you go in there and change this images to be 2019? That's it. That's all they're asking you. They're not asking you to come in and be a JavaScript wizard and know all this stuff. Like, they're not asking for that. Okay, develop content using HTML5, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay, for those of you guys that are nervous and like, man, I don't know that much about JavaScript, guys, if you go over just the basics, you're gonna be good. When you're an HTML email web developer, in reality what they want you to be able to know is how to use things like Gulp, Webpack, how to compile your CSS, preprocessors like Sass. Okay, so that's where the JavaScript part comes in. Okay, to do emails, you do not need JavaScript. Okay, putting it out there. Okay, so develop content as per the wireframes, prototypes, and design specification. Pretty much they're gonna give you a design and you're supposed to build it with HTML, CSS to look exactly how it looks on the design. That's it. That's all they're asking for. And I taught you guys that since I've been teaching you guys that since HTML, CSS. Come on, man, you guys know this. All right, the next thing is be a subject matter of expertise in languages like HTML, CSS3, JavaScript, and Adobe Photoshop. Be an expert, man, in HTML, CSS. Come on, guys, like just with a few hours of like understanding how HTML5 and CSS works, like you're gonna be pretty comfortable. Plus, remember, in the career bundle, we teach you all of those things like very deep into it. Okay, like I really go in and show you guys how to use those things. Again, JavaScript, don't be nervous, man. Okay, I already explained to you how much you need to know about JavaScript. Okay, and Photoshop, we go into it already. Okay, in the career bundle, I'll teach you guys Photoshop and Adobe Sketch. Okay, so you're good to go. Okay, anything that they throw at you, you're ready to go, and you understand how to edit PSD files and how to take out the image assets out of those those programs. Okay, so the next one, interact with stakeholders, developers, architects, and product managers. Guys, just be able to communicate. Okay, don't be scared. Okay, sometimes somebody might come in and ask you, hey man, what do you think about this email? Do you feel like this is something good is gonna work? Hey, give us some feedback. Or they might give you feedback like, hey man, I think the padding of this is a little bit off. Like, if you're able to communicate with people, you're good. English, okay. All right, the next one is conduct content development research, concepts and tests, optimize new and existing designs for site and email. Right, so pretty much what they're telling you is being able to test your emails, being able to be ahead of the curve and see what's going on in the HTML email developer community. Okay, there might be new email clients that come out, being able to find the answers, look at documentation, look at different things like blogs, be able to just stay ahead of the curve and just be part of the community. Okay, that's something just like any other developer. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're a front-end guy, you need to know what's going on in the front end. Okay, if something happens with a new changes with Safari, or a new change with Firefox, or a new change with Google Chrome, you need to know what the hell is going on. Okay, so it's the same thing with emails. Like, if something happens with Outlook, or there's a new Outlook version, like, you need to be on top of those things. Okay, now of course, if I already taught you guys how to use Litmus, you have all those tools, because you're able to test out all those different email clients regardless. Okay, so that's the cool part. Okay, and once again, that's part of the career bundle. You're getting all of that. All right, so review business requirements to create deliverables, suggest enhancements, and provide guidance on best practices, industry standards. Right, just best practices, same BS that you're gonna get in every single type of job as a web developer. This is just like extra stuff that they put in there. It makes no sense. Okay, work with product and solution managers to facilitate an understanding of deliverables, sizing, estimates, and prioritization and decisions. Okay, just pretty much you're gonna be back and forth with your project manager. They tell you, hey man, this is the design that we need, can you do it by Wednesday? Okay, so you have to be honest and be like, hey man, I feel like this design is gonna be a little bit more difficult to make, I need more time. Or you might be able to say, hey, I could get it done, or whatever it is. So just know that there needs to be some type of communication with your team. Okay, this is not something that you're going to be working in a cubicle in a corner. This type of job, you have to be in this teamwork mentality of like, hey man, this is what we're doing, the designer is doing this, he's gonna pass me this work, the project manager is gonna be asking me, hey, how long do you have to get all this stuff done, and etc. Like, you gotta be able to communicate with them and let them know. Okay, if you ever work anywhere, even in McDonald's, you need to communicate with your manager. Okay, so that's it. Use your brain. Okay, perform minor editing, slicing, optimizing images from PSD files. Yes, we go into all of that in the career bundle. I taught you all of this stuff. So pretty much now nobody could be like, oh well, I don't know, they put this inside of the description, I don't know if I could fill it in, I don't know if I could do this, I don't know anything about software. Bro, we already went into all of those things, right? In the career bundle, you should be able to be good. Okay, no matter what, I show you guys how to optimize your images. I show you how to basically take out the assets, how to slice all of your assets. So yeah, Okay, the next one is validate QA, the site content and email content develop. Okay, so being able to make sure that everything works exactly how it's supposed to, do a lot of testing. Okay, and if you're good, then you're good. Okay, work as a team member to collectively deliver the work as per the agreed timelines. That's it. So pretty much work with your team. Okay, make sure that you're good to go, and yeah, you're good. All right. Just pretty much is like no-brainer stuff. Like they're not asking you for a whole bunch of things. Okay, now the next thing is at least 5 to 7 years of overall experience in email or HTML content. Guys, don't get scared about this thing, right? This is just like a wish list. Okay, this is like a major wish list. Most guys that have 5-7 years, they're not doing emails. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Those guys are not doing emails. They're not. Nobody is out here like, hey man, I'm gonna stay as an email developer for 20 years. Nobody's doing that. This is like a wish list. Okay, the most that they probably find is like somebody with like 3 years of experience. Okay, most people is moving on to other things. This is like a stepping stone type of job, right? Where you come in, you get into the industry, okay, and then from there you move on to either the front end, the back end, and you start doing other cool things. Okay, but yeah, so they put this thing here just to get people scared, bro. Like, just apply. I guarantee you're gonna get a message back. You're gonna get an interview, and it's up to you how you go and pass the interview, and make sure that you display with your portfolio and your work. Like, hey man, I could do the job. I don't have 5 years, 7 years. That's your wish list. You wish you could find a guy like that, but hey, I could do the same job that any of these guys could do. So here you go. All right. Photoshop experience for minor editing. Yes, we went over that, right? Dreamweaver or similar software experience for coding emails. All they're asking you for here, right? For everybody that keeps asking, Joe, they keep talking about Dreamweaver. Guys, in this world of HTML email developers, right? Dreamweaver was the king. Okay, Dreamweaver was the king, you know, back in the days. This is what people used to use. This was the code editor. You see how we use now Atom, Sublime 3, VS Code. This is what everybody was using before. Okay, nobody was using anything else but Dreamweaver and things like was it WebStorm and PHP Storm, like those type of IDE or Eclipse, right? People were using that, or Notepad++, like that's what people was using before, right? But as you can see, they're throwing you, hey, or similar software. All they care is that you know how to use a freaking, you know, code editor. It doesn't matter what you use. Nobody's like saying, hey, you send emails through Dreamweaver. You don't. So stop being worried about, oh, I don't know Dreamweaver, bro. Nobody knows Dreamweaver that's starting in 2019. Nobody uses that. Okay, that's just like an old school mentality of like whoever used to work at this company, and they're like, you know what, they just put that up there. But they could just literally change that to code editor, and that's it. Right, it will make more sense in 2019. But as you can see, the world of HTML emails, it's an old world. It's like a legacy world, okay? Where people are still using HTML tables to basically lay out their websites and their emails. Like, bro, like, trust me, this is like an old world, right? But it's simple. Okay, now HTML email coding experience, hybrid, fluid, responsive, knowledge is preferred. So pretty much same thing that I've been showing you guys, you know, responsive, fluid designs. Okay, experience with CSS and media queries. Of course, if you know CSS and you know how to make things responsive, you know CSS and media queries. Okay, ability to QA and email to ensure they're here to best practices are fully localized and optimized, etc. Hey, what they're telling you is, do you know how to use Litmus? Okay. Litmus is the industry standard for testing out emails, and I show you that on how to make, you know, responsive emails. Yeah, you pretty much, you get what I'm saying? Like we just went over every single thing that's on the checklist. It's like, yes, you know this, you know that, you know this, you know that. Like, yeah. You know what I mean? It's the career bundle. Yeah. You pretty much get everything. Knowledge of email design and coding best practices. Yes, we went over that. Okay. Experience with Litmus or similar testing software. Yeah, we went over that. Thorough understanding of major email clients, Outlook, Gmail, Yahoo, Apple Mail, their quirks, and possessing the ability to quickly identify and troubleshoot rendering issues. Yes. Okay. Now we went over all of this because we're using frameworks. And by the way, I'm also adding another framework to the HTML email developer bundle, right? Career bundle. So you're gonna get even more different tools that you can use to make sure that each one of those clients is good to go. Okay. Familiarity with IBM marketing clouds and what counts is a plus. This is a plus, guys. Okay, so every company that you're gonna go to, they're gonna be using something completely different. Okay, some companies gonna be using Salesforce, some people's gonna be using IBM Marketing Cloud, some people's gonna be using MailChimp, some people's gonna be using Active Campaign, some people's gonna be using other stuff like that. I swear to God, like nobody's expecting you to know every single thing out here, right? It's impossible. There's no way that you could say I know every single platform to say send email. There's no way, right? So the only thing that you need to know is be able to come in, take your code, put it inside whatever marketing software or whatever marketing website they use, and be able to change different variables, okay, and create your own templates. All of those things you can literally do a search on Google. Like somebody tells you, hey, we're using IBM Marketing Cloud, do a Google search, right, where it says IBM Marketing Cloud, right? Let's see how long it takes us to find this, right? I've never used IBM Marketing Cloud, right? IBM Marketing Cloud, right? Email template. Okay, that's it. And let's say creating transactional email templates in IBM Cloud, dynamic content in IBM Cloud, about email templates, creating and sending emails, right? So all of this is documentation about this platform. You're gonna have to learn how to read. Okay, if you don't know how to read, you're gonna have to learn how to read. Okay, that's it. This is all you're gonna have to do. Okay, you go in here, you look at what it has, you find your freaking solution to things, and that's what you get paid for. Okay, some people think like you're gonna get paid for becoming a developer to just type in some stuff and that's it. It's not like you're writing a book. This is actually about solving problems and finding the solutions to things. Okay, that's what you get paid for. Okay, and most likely there's gonna be somebody that has been working at the company that literally is gonna have to teach you this platform. It's gonna come in, okay, this is where we put in the HTML email templates. This is where we come in, we put in our assets. That's it. That's gonna be your first week. Nobody's expecting you to know every single thing, right? I teach you guys how to do this with MailChimp, how to send out templates, right? How to send out emails and how to set up the templates. I also show you how to test out sending out some emails, okay? So pretty much, yeah, as long as you understand that concept, you're gonna be able to do this. It doesn't matter on what they give you. Salesforce, IBM, freaking MailChimp, Active Campaign, doesn't matter what it is, ConvertKit, wherever they want you to go, you're gonna be able to do this, okay? And there you go. All right, so it's just a Google search, guys. This is how your life is gonna be, Googling things, okay? That's just how it is. You can't go around it. All right, let me see. Let me go back to where we was at. Let me see, where was it? We was at right here. Okay, and pretty much strong verbal and written communication skills, useful for interacting with business stakeholders. Okay, just you're in a business environment. You're not gonna be in there like, yo, what up? We in here, dab. You know what I mean? We in here, email team. Like, you're not gonna be like that. People are so ignorant sometimes. They see me come here, I have fun, and they're like, damn, this guy, I can't believe this guy is the developer. Bro, This is me having fun on YouTube, okay? But at the same time, when you're at work, it's a professional environment, okay? So you got to know how to, you know, conduct yourself and be able to talk to other people in a business environment, and that's it, okay? Another thing, don't get scared about all of this information, man. When people come in and be like, I need a bachelor's degree, I need this and that, bro, you can get this job without no degree, okay? About probably like 70% of the industry don't even have a degree out here. Most of the guys that you see working in companies, they don't even have a degree, okay? That's just the honest truth. A lot of the guys that's on the top level, right, that is on the higher level than everybody else, those guys don't even have a degree, okay? So that should tell you something, all right? So there you go, guys, all right? So anybody that's interested in becoming an HTML email developer, right, go to htmlemdeveloper.com, right? htmlemdeveloper.com, and you're going to pretty much get every single thing that you need to become an HTML email developer, okay? That's it. It's that simple.